Good, because we're live. Yep, we are live once again with the Lonely Marks. Minus Austin, who's on the vacation right now. But it's okay. He didn't want to put a card together anyway. So whatever. Well, we're here.
Whatever.
Taking it back old school. And by old school, I mean like a year ago.
And by old school, you mean like the first episode until he joined, like two or three?
Under the the Lonely Mark name.
Actually, no. This is the what is our name at this point? Before, because weren't we something else at first?
A podcast about wrestling.
Yeah, it was just a podcast about wrestling because I was
the most
very
cleverest
creative.
name ever.
I was very creative.
How many days did it take you to come up with that, Jacob?
0. It was like 6 minutes. I was like,
that's 4.5 minutes too long.
Well, it was more of me wrestling with the thought of is it going to work? Does it not work?
I don't
care if it works because it's the best I got.
Wrestling with thoughts is a better name. There, it came up with.
I wrestle with thoughts every day.
Hey.
That's
a good sad one. Marty DeRosa is wrestling with depression. Look that up.
Is it just the saddest wrestling matches of all time?
No, just it's mix of talking about wrestling and then also talking about real life sad shit.
Oh.
It's where I'll admit it's where I still wrestling with trivia from because I was like, oh, wrestling with trivia. Get it? Wrestling with trivia.
Save your plugs for the end of the show.
Yeah, I thought we maybe get up from Brian Zane wrestling with regret.
No, still from Marty DeRosa. Shout out to Marty DeRosa.
I don't wrestle with regret at all. I just own
Brian Zane, fight me in trivia.
He's not watching. Let's be honest.
Someone tell Brian Zane.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, we got a couple things going on tonight. We drafted ECW on Syfy rosters last week. Yeah, it was last week. I had to remember. We actually did 2 shows last week, which was very unheard of.
I
Whoa.
know.
I know. So, yeah, we'll do our cards. Then we got an NXT draft ranging from 2012 to about 2015 because let's be honest, if we did the entire run, all of our rosters would just be overpowered because they've had a lot of good people come through. So we limited it. And we'll probably do 20.
We'll definitely do the next 2 sets. And I'm even down for 2. No, it's stupid
at some point. Yeah. But yeah, let's jump into it. And if you're wondering, I haven't watched Revolution yet. That's why we're not talking about it.
Revolution. I'll do my brief review right here. It was good.
It was really good. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting mixed. Was it good or really good? I need to know.
I'd say I'd say really good. I'll go ahead and say that because I think the main event actually lives up, if not surpasses, the hype. I don't think there's a bad match on the card. If the worst match is still watchable. So yeah.
Nice. So yeah, I'll get to it eventually this week. It's just been a little busy to start off.
I think we can't spoil it now though that what is it? Me and Richie tied.
Yeah, which is why we just did a wheel because I couldn't think of a tiebreaker. Because originally it was going to be the winner gets first choice. But
in the draft.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, Richie. Don't you agree? Then that should mean that me and you should we should have only been on the wheel and Barbara. That doesn't help anything. Yeah, that's just you trying to say
if you remember, Jordan, off screen, this was after Richie left. Off screen though, I did toy around with the idea. Well, I was going to make another tiebreaker question, predicting the score in the Iron Man match, like what the falls would be. And do you remember what I jokingly answered?
Is it what they ended up being?
Yeah,
I'm guessing is where you're getting.
Yeah. So,
well, I want credit for literally predicting the entire Ruby Soho ending. I literally called it verbatim.
That's also fair. So, maybe you two can collaborate and come up with something, and we'll do it.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be left out. But yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to the draft.
I also want credit. I said Danhausen was in that match to take the pin, and he took the pin. There you go.
Somebody has to take the pin.
And we're tied again.
Shoot. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's jump into a better promotion overall, like clearly, and that's ECW on Syfy.
Yeah, I was going to say, where are you going with this?
Clearly a better promotion, judging by the cards that we are about to give these people. So, yeah, I've got a 6-match card. I don't know what you guys got, but I'm looking forward to hearing them. So does anyone want to give their card first?
I have 8, actually. I did find 8.
Nice. I could have made 8, but you'll see why.
Mine's a notch above December to remember her, whatever that was.
What?
Mine's only a notch above December to December. There's definitely a couple matches on my card where it's like, yeah, this is not a pay-per-view. This is a
Yeah.
Can I say some of these are pre-shows or we're pre-taping an episode of Syfy before
This is definitely an ECW and Syfy episode.
Oh yeah.
It gets good at one point, but there's a couple matches early on where it's like, yeah, that's very reminiscent of like the kind of shit they were just like whatever for their one pay-per-view.
I mean, like I think a couple of my matches could be thrown into like Unforgiven or something, but this isn't a definitely like it's own pay-per-view card.
Yeah.
This is no one night stand.
I'll go first if you want, or whatever's
good.
All
right, sure.
All right, so I'm going to kick things off with the current man that's probably going to win the title of WrestleMania. I got Cody Rhodes, and he's going to take on a man that finally returned to Rampage recently, Vance Archer, a.k.a. Lance Hoyt. We've seen Cody have some good big man matches before, like Brody Lee. There's going to be a fun little big man, smaller man match. Are we good when we put over fake winners?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, Cody wins. Start off the show hot. And then we're going to cool it down with Justin Credible versus Doug Basham. Hear me out. Credible can still go at this point in time. Basham, I think, is underrated. You listen to Jim Cornette. He had a lot of potential. But I'll put the ECW original over here. Kind of like an ECW versus New School kind of thing. Put Credible over. Then we got a fun 3-way tag. Everyone's favorite teacher, Matt Striker, Sean Daivari or Khrushchev Daivari, however you want to put it, and James Curtis, a.k.a. Casey James. This is a nice little quick showcase of 3 undersung talents here. And let's give it to everyone's favorite teacher. Let's give Matt Striker a win. Up next, a little bit of a hardcore match. Balls Mahoney taking on Colin Delaney. Everyone wants to see Delaney get his ass kicked, so let's see him get hit with some chairs via Balls Mahoney. And Mahoney will go over. Up next, I thought this might be a fun one. One we haven't seen, Randy Orton versus Gregory Helms. I really enjoyed when Hurricane became Gregory for a little while. He had a good cruiserweight title run, and I think especially now, unfortunately, let's say Gregory was around 10 years later when cruiserweights were kind of more in the main event. I think he could have been a higher level guy. So I think this will be a good match here. And fucking, I'm the booker. Helms wins. My tag match, Hart Dynasty, Harry Smith, Tyson Kidd taking on the Dude Busters, Trent Beretta and Kalen Croft here. Just a good tag team match here. 4 youngsters battling it out. We'll give the Hart Dynasty. We'll keep that dynasty going strong. Next year, this will be a fun mix of just kind of hard hitting and maybe some weapons. Tommy Dreamer and Finley will go at it here. We'll give it to Finley, actually. And then in my main event, it's a match we've seen in main event WWE shows, but I think if WWE wasn't an option, or not necessarily WWE is not an option, but if ECW was truly still an option, I think these also could have headlined ECW. Jeff Hardy, CM Punk for the ECW title, and let's give it a good old Punkster. He's happy in my company.
Like he's locker room's good.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not a bad card. Not a bad card. I like it. I'd personally give the win to Randy Orton, but
yeah, because Randy Orton needs more wins.
In 2006, 2007,
he's already World Heavyweight Champion. Give it to Gregory.
Gregory Helms is like the longest reigning cruiserweight champion or something at that point.
Yeah, because that's a comparable achievement.
Is Randy Orton the longest reigning anything?
Okay, I think if you're a one-day world champion, I think he's kind of cooler than the longest reigning cruiserweight champ. No offense.
All right, let's be
Especially
honest.
in that day
Nobody's
and age.
saying Rey Mysterio's world title or WWE title reign is memorable.
I don't think anyone's saying it's not more. It's a higher accomplishment than his cruiserweight title reign, though.
I mean, until he lost to John Cena for whatever reason.
Oh, you mean he main evented Raw with John Cena? Like, that's still not a bad thing. More than like, oh, you opened SmackDown.
You know who else is main evented Raw? Seth Green.
True. And he was in Can't Hardly Wait, so good actor. And Buffy.
I just think
he started in season 2,
and I don't like it.
He was a guest star in season 2. He was a full cast member in season 3. Started as a full cast member in season 4, but then left halfway through. Made one more guest appearance at the end of season 4, and then you never saw him again. That is your Buffy Seth Green history. Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. I bet you guys can't hardly wait for my ECW card. Boom, segue, going back into it.
Seth Green in your main event? Sweet.
Cool. I'm going to be honest, this is a glorified ECW and Syfy. Maybe it's rung below that. Anyway, at first, I realized I've got two people that were kind of a tag team, so I put them back together. I got my first match. I got the Major Brothers, which Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, or if you want to be current, Matt Cardona and Brian Myers versus Matt Hardy and Shannon Moore.
Well, actually, what you have is Brian Majors and Brett Majors.
Oh, that too. Shut up. Next up, we got some ECW original.
Hey, who won? I gotta know who won this fake match.
Yeah.
Okay. The artist formerly known as Brett Majors and that one.
All right. Major Bros.
Major Brothers.
Bro Majors.
Then we got the ECW original kind of throwback match. We got Sabu versus Daddy Doring. That would be kind of fun. Why not? And then two other makeshift tag teams.
Who won the fake match?
Oh, God damn it. Sabu.
You did not put any thought into this at all, did you?
I didn't either, but I remembered once we started going.
Sabu. And look, and then I got up to makeshift tag teams, so it'd be kind of cool. Got Elijah Burke and Kofi Kingston versus Miz and Rene Dupree with Natalia, because French Canada kind of thing. I didn't know what else to do with her.
Yeah, way to draft the woman and then not do
it. I didn't know. I'm going to be honest. I drafted her because she's good and she's available.
You could have pulled a Jazz. Could have had her fought Miz or something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway, I will go Elijah Burke and Kofi Kingston for the win here.
See, I guess I'm such a stickler. I never thought about doing fake tag teams, but I don't mind it. I just never thought about it.
And next, we sort of got a comedy match here. I mean, he's known for doing comedy. I got Gavin Spears versus Hornswoggle.
Okay.
And, Hornswoggle's going over.
As he should.
Yeah. And then the most random match I could think of, because I needed to, I realized, I'm like, oh man, I don't know how to, I've got one guy I need to use and I don't know how else to use them. So I got a triple threat match. I'll just say this is for a number contender. Big Show versus Mark Henry versus Goldust. And Goldust can go over. Why not?
Surprisingly smaller guy, yeah.
Yeah. And then my main event for the ECW title, they've wrestled before, but it's been decent. Christian versus Jack Swagger, and I'll have Christian win.
All right, I like half of that, yeah.
Yeah. That's about as ECW on Syfy as it gets, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say yours is like a special, you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
It's a 2-hour special with a special guest musical appearance from Drowning Pool somewhere.
There you go, Drowning Pool. There you go. Although I think that dude might be dead.
in 2006.
Yeah. They replaced the singer a
2007?
couple of times.
Oh, okay.
All right, the best card is here. At least top 3.
Wow, that singer's been dead since 2002.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I meant Slipknot.
Well, no, like Richie said, I'm sure there's a new dude.
Probably. they grieve and mourn for a few months, and then like, all right, we got to tour again, make money.
They did have Let the Bodies Hit the Floor for the ECW theme at one point for ECW on Syfy, but then the Benoit thing happened. They're like, let's not have that theme, and then they changed it.
Let the bodies not hit the floor. Speaking of Benoit, you'll see him later. We opened my show with just a hard hitting match between Sheamus and Hardcore Holly. I think their styles would match pretty well.
I like that.
Hard hitting, and Sheamus is the young guy. He's going over. Kind of starting this just monster run of his in ECW, and he's still so fired up that when he gets backstage, he finds Ricky Ortiz and just annihilates him because I just couldn't find a spot for him on the card. So Ricky Ortiz, sorry.
I like it though.
Next.
I feel bad for Ortiz, but I like that you at least thought about him.
Up next, we got a triple threat between some ECW originals as well. We have Al Snow taking on Sandman, taking on Stevie Richards. Triple threat, no rules. And you know what? Let's give the win to Sandman. Just completely annihilates both of them with a beer can. Some kendo sticks, even Al Snow's head. The one that he carries, not his real head. Gotta make that known. Up next, everyone needs a cool off, and this is it. We have the Boogeyman taking on Sylvain Grenier, and obviously Sylvain does not want to be in the ring with the Boogeyman because nobody did. Boogeyman kind of makes light work of him. Goes over pretty easily. Match 4.
Quick side note, Sylvain, please respond to my emails. God damn it. All right, go on.
Oh, shoot, if he's watching. Sylvain wins.
Yeah, how dare you not put him?
All right, next match. This is my only tag match on the card. We have a team of Mike Knox and Test taking on Tony Mamaluke and Nunzio, and some good back and forth tag team action. But you know what, Mike Knox and Test, they're not on the same page. So eventually, you just see Test walk out on him to leave Mike Knox going 2-1, and Tony Mamaluke and Nunzio end up getting the win. Match number 5.
Pez was right, by the way. They did wrestle together. In fact, this is a rematch from an August 2006 episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, funny enough. Yeah.
They can feud over Kelly because Kelly actually dated Tess before he passed away.
Did not know that.
Hey, I might talk about another ex-boyfriend of. Oh no, I was thinking of a different woman. Never mind. Continue, Jacob.
Match number 5. I think this would just be a fun match. I think these two could work really well together. We're gonna have Chavo Guerrero taking on Yoshitatsu, and after some good back and forth action, Yoshitatsu gets everyone's favorite victory, the roll up. Chavo, beside himself, thought he should have won. But that's going to lead into the main event, which will be another triple threat. This time for the ECW Championship, we will see William Regal taking on Kurt Angle, taking on Chris Benoit. I think this could be a great triple threat match. And you know what? He should have been a world champion. William Regal will be going over and getting the win. And then we're going to go out of business. So, William Regal, last champion.
What? Because he put William Regal as champion?
Jeez, I mean, you set up an Ortiz feud, you set up the other feud, Tess and Knox, and then you went out of business.
Yeah.
So this sounds like a Wrestling Society X or XWF or
it's almost like a real life or something. No, good cards. As good as they can be with the talent pool we were given. Almost everybody was drafted pretty much. I think there were like 8 or 10 people that were left off.
There's only a handful left, and sorry, DJ Gabriel and
Sorry.
Kali and the rest.
Yeah, what happened? What happened, Richie? Oh, no one better take DJ Gabriel. Oh, DJ Gabriel's still available. Give me Natalia.
I might have been doing a bit. Yeah, I might not have been serious.
Might not have been real, Jacob.
Yeah. Or just wanted to draft a woman, so the rest of us didn't look like we were.
No,
listen. Like tonight, I'm gonna fight for some women. ECW, like, yeah, I'm sorry, that's not our fault. That like, there's nothing to fucking choose from. Like Natalia is great, but like at the same time, like, what am we doing? Natalia and fucking did Kelly even wrestle? I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, so that's not our fault.
She wrestled with my emotions.
Hey, Alicia Fox on the roster tonight.
Alicia Fox.
The best Noam Dar, Alicia Fox.
We will jump away from ECW. We did both iterations.
The good old Black and Gold. That's where the game show's done, or a weekly series now, normal kind of weekly wrestling show. Although, what is it at this point? Only on like Hulu or
no? At this point, yeah, I think it's on Hulu. So, before the network was a thing.
Yeah.
And then, I think even on the network,
this does predate the network.
I think even by because I think the first pay-per-view I remember watching on the network was WrestleMania 30, I believe. So, a couple years before the network, but we will be doing 2012 to 2015. This is the draft order as determined by a wheel. Jordan will be picking first, Richie second. I will be picking third. It is a snake draft, which means we will go Jordan, Richie, me, Richie, Jordan, until we all have a roster of 22 picks. Again, tag teams will count as one pick.
Got to use them as a tag team.
Got to use them as a tag team. So you can draft them separately if you're not sure how you want to use them. So, I don't know if they were Enzo and Cass at this point, but if you wanted to use Cass as a singles guy, you can draft Colin Cassidy and then draft.
Yeah. And it's a fun way to snipe your competition here.
I believe Enzo and Cass are right at the maybe they're probably at the 2015 mark. I think they started a tag team in 2015.
Yeah, but
no, I think they're eligible. Are they? Yeah, they're definitely are.
They're in there, but I don't know if they tag. Because Big Cass was Colin Cassidy for a while.
Yeah. Then,
where he had a singing gimmick. Oh, no, not singing gimmick. He had No,
they started tag teaming in 2013. We're good.
Okay, cool. All right.
We'll just jump into it. Again, Jordan has the first pick. So, Jordan, who are you taking?
These first few picks are probably the biggest hard pickers because damn, I really want like certain matches and certain things. But first guy I'm going to pick, it is not necessarily just because he's hot right now. I loved when he first popped into NXT. He's a Ring of Honor alumni, and I think he showed a completely different side of himself. I'm taking Sami Zayn first. I want Sami Zayn. I'm watching the first takeover right now, and he's killing it right now in the opener.
And for anyone watching either live or on the replay, don't go saying, why didn't anybody draft Kevin Owens? Because we put the caveat in that you had to have at least 3 matches in NXT, and at this point, at the end of 2015, KO had only had 2 matches, so he does not qualify.
Yeah, there's a few. I'm trying to think of who else like big ones that people might think we had. Kevin Owens doesn't quite make it. half of the revival. No Dash Wilder, so not going to see a revival here. I don't even John Moxley, Dean Ambrose. I don't think makes it either. The other two Shields are up there, but yeah, there's a few people that won't make it.
I think Moxley bypassed NXT completely.
Pretty much. Like, I think the Shield might have made like a guest appearance, but like, yeah, even Roman's barely in it, but Roman does count, so someone can take Roman. And Seth definitely counts as the former champ.
Yeah. So Richie, who's your first pick?
So Jordan doesn't get 2 picks. He just gets 1.
Yeah.
No, it's a snake. Jacob will get 2. I'll get 2 on the other next. Like when
okay, I get it. Yeah.
So speaking of,
not the first time you've done this, Richie.
I looked it up real quick at Dean Ambrose. He did have 12 matches in NXT, but they were all
they're like darks and pre-shows, yeah.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them were darks, and he actually, no, he qualifies.
You gonna count like the Shield appearances, where like he's already a main roster guy?
I mean, he with the caveat he plays 3 because it was 2013, but it was mid 2013. So it was like Shield had just debuted, and that wasn't unheard of.
I mean, it's up to you guys. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about it because he's already a main roster guy too. Is what I was thinking about.
So, I'll be honest. I probably would draft him anyway, but
I kind of want people that are more like they were like real NXT people. But that's me, Richie.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this might be up, but I'm gonna go this guy that had a good feud with the Sami Zayn. So he's on the Neville level. I'm gonna go Adrian Neville, Park. Adrian Neville Park, whatever you want.
You have to choose Adrian Neville.
Adrian Neville.
All right. So I get 2 picks. And then when we go back to Jordan, he will get 2 picks.
That's
all right. I am looking, and I think I'm going to go ahead and just knock my women's match out. So spoilers for one of them, maybe. Who knows? We might have 2. Might turn into a triple threat later. I don't know. But I will first be taking Paige. I think she was great. And then, which one of the 4 do I want?
Damn it.
I think Paige and Becky Lynch could be a fun match.
Oh,
I'm thinking Becky Lynch is my second.
Not what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Richie.
I will take Paige and Becky Lynch, and then we're back to Richie.
All right. I'm gonna. I might have to bolster my start building my women's roster at some point, so might as well do it now. Yeah. I'll go Asuka. Oh, is Asuka eligible? I don't know. She's on the team.
I sent you the list.
I don't
She's
know.
Not eligible.
Oh my, Charlotte.
Somebody else.
Charlotte. Sorry.
Wait, I should have lied because I wanted Charlotte.
Available.
Asuka's available, so I can take Charlotte. No, he got Charlotte.
Charlotte. Yeah, sorry. I don't even know why. Anyway.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna end up getting who I want. I'm gonna go for the first champ. Let me take Seth Rollins. Burn it down, baby.
Yeah.
And then on the upswing, so I can start my women here because I think that is a very important part. Unlike ECW, Sasha Banks. Let me get that one of the other pillars. I'll take Sasha Banks. So I can have a really good one. And back to you, Richie.
Yep. All right.
I'll take Aleister Black. God damn it, Richie.
Shut up.
I'll take Braun Breaker.
Okay.
I'll take Nigel McGuinness. What? You're not even on the right roster anymore.
Shut the fuck up, okay?
We're not taking commentators.
Shockmaster.
Not okay. Look, all right.
Give me Hulk.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna take Finn Balor.
Nice. If we top level pick, like potentially my next male pick, or would have been it.
So dang it, Richie, because I wanted him.
Yeah, that was my next male pick.
That wasn't yeah. Oh. All right. So I will take. I'll take Cesaro.
You have to take Antonio Cesaro.
I'm just gonna take Cesaro.
Nope, not possible.
No, I just
again might have taken my next male pick. God dang it.
And then again, kind of building my card as we go. I think this would be a fun match, because they were once tag team partners, so they know each other pretty well. I'm taking Tyson Kidd. I think Tyson Kidd had a great NXT run.
Yeah, he's another one of those kind of like first year or even two guys that was like, this is probably his best run, sadly, that he was able to get. Richie.
I'm taking another guy who had a really good early NXT run, who I thought could actually be very good on the main roster. It didn't pan out that way, but I'm gonna go Tyler Breeze.
Nice. Yeah, another one.
That guy you called on if you just needed somebody to look good, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, think about it, who do they put Jushin Liger in the ring with? Tyler Breeze. You know what I mean? Like, he's in the same vein as a Tyson Kidd. Like, this is, I don't want to say sadly the best run, because it's just unfortunate the WWE didn't capitalize on these guys, because then he had a great NXT run.
And yes, Jonathan, we are in the middle of it. Just to recap real quick, after Jordan gives, so Jordan, go ahead and give your last pick for this round, and then we'll just go ahead and recap real quick.
All right. Can someone give me a hug? Bailey.
Oh, that's not a bad match.
Let's see.
That's where you choose to go. So real quick before we start. So yeah, we just jumped into it. We're about to start round 5. So the first 4 rounds so far. Jordan has Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Sasha Banks, Bailey. Richie has Adrian Neville, Charlotte Flair, Finn Balor, and Tyler Breeze. And I have Paige, Becky Lynch, Cesaro, and Tyson Kidd. We will now be starting round 5 of 22. So Jordan, go ahead and give us your pick.
I will be the first of the group to snag a tag team, and it's one Richie made me fact check. I do want Enzo and Cass. I think they start off kind of, they're still entertaining from the get-go, and they really find their footing, and they are one of the most over teams at one point in the history of NXT. So I'm going to take Enzo and Cass. So we're now back to you, Richie.
Well, it's fitting that we're number 5, because 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. I'm going to take Biggie Langston.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Pulling the King Kong money. Good pick. The second champ.
I will take another tag team as well. I'm going to take the Ascension. Say what you want about their main roster run. NXT, the Ascension, they were great.
People forget Ascension rules. They were great.
They are, I believe, up till, because I actually worked with Connor before I moved. At least up to last year, they were still, and I think they got to still be the longest reigning tag champs. They still have that record.
Yeah, they had a great run.
And Connor now got a job now in Impact. Big Con.
Yeah. For the group with Callahan and my boy Cody Deaner. Now, just to be a nerd here, Jacob, you are referring to Connor and Victor, not Connor and Kenneth Cameron.
Connor and Victor.
Thank you.
And again, kind of building my card as we go. I think the Ascension would do great against this team. I'm going to take the Wyatt family.
Are you picking them because they're kind of a faction? So you picking?
I'll pick the ones that were tag champs.
So Harper and Rowan.
Harper and Rowan, yes.
No, good.
Yeah.
That would have been my next team pick. So good choice to go there now.
All right, I'm gonna pick another tag team that should have been more on the main roster. I think they were teamed around this point. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna pick the Vaudevillains.
And in English, Simon Gotch. Thought they had a good run as well. Another team that just didn't really get to do much.
Yeah.
I just remember who was in there.
Aiden English and Simon Gotch. So they're off the board. Also, might have been my next sticking pick, so you guys are screwing me a little bit here. But I got no problem though going where I'm gonna go. They might have been kind of like some of the others that you'll see. They kind of were sent to NXT for a little while here, and now they are maybe the best tag team going. And they were reunited last night. I'm going to take the Usos. They're the ones. Use the twos. And then
that was that was the biggest like pop when they hugged. Turned into like the biggest boo when he super kicked him.
I was waiting for it too. I was like, oh, he's gonna kick him. Oh, he's stepping away a little bit. Oh no. And I do have for my next pick bad news for you, Jacob, because you don't have a leader for your tag team. I'm gonna take Bray.
Okay, that's fine.
That was exactly why I didn't do the Wyatt, because like someone's gonna snipe Bray Wyatt if I did that.
Hey man, I'll grab a different. We'll grab a different family down the line.
They did fine without him.
Yeah,
they'll do fine without him. Maybe they'll get a new leader.
All right, I'm gonna
just let Harper lead.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go another tag team. I'm gonna go and not tag team champion, but fellow Australian. I'm gonna go Blake and Murphy.
Yes, shout out to Murphy, who is now a champion in AEW.
I think I screwed up. What does he have? What do you have, Richie? Neville, Charlotte, Finn, Tyler, E, and who?
The Vaudevillains.
The Vaudevillains.
I'm
Gotch in English.
Oh, I'll give them to you, Jacob. Okay, that's
fine. No. I mean, you can. I'll take them, but I didn't, not that way.
And then your seventh was?
He just took Blake and Murphy.
Blake and Murphy.
Nice, okay. Yeah, I thought they were kind of underrated here. Like, I mean, I guess they didn't have too much of a character, but like they were really solid in the ring. And then I was sad when like they kind of just gave up on the team, or not give up, like they never went to the main roster.
Well, they clearly liked Murphy more than Blake, unfortunately.
Evidently.
Alrighty then.
This is your seventh, right, Jacob?
Yes.
All right, I'm alive now.
Yes. All right. I may not have Bray, but I can have his brother, Bo Dallas.
Uncle Howdy.
Maybe, allegedly.
And yeah, I like Bo Dallas's championship run. I thought he was great in NXT.
Another early champ.
And you know who I think he would have a tremendous match with? Not to give away all my card as we're going, but that's basically what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. You can pretty much figure out my shit out now.
I think he could have a great match with Hideo Itami. So that will be my next pick.
Nice. Good pick. Richie?
I'm going to go with someone I think doesn't get enough credit for, when you talk about Women's Evolution, this person had a lot of great matches on NXT as well, and she doesn't get enough credit. I'm going to go with Emma.
Yeah, absolutely. Had some good times at house shows, dancing with her. Yeah. Let's see, my A's here. Let's see, what was I building off of?
Well, you just picked Bray Wyatt.
Alrighty. He'd be kind of more known with NXT later, but made some appearances here. I'm going to take Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm going to take. I'm going to take the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara.
They had a great match with the Ascension, I believe.
They did. I they're the ones that maybe stopped their reign. Actually, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Sin Cara and off the board.
I'm gonna take Cassius Ohno, Crucio.
Damn! I was hoping to get him. Good pick. I love him.
I like that pick. I like that.
I wish I'd see him more. Like, I wish he'd pop up somewhere. I like Crucio.
Yeah, I've been very curious. Like, I don't know. I feel like he might be done, maybe, or I don't know. Because I feel like it would have happened by now. He's still around a little bit. Like, he'll do High Spots interviews. Like, he's the host now, and he was at like the Independent Awards last year. So, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm thinking because I think I've gotten I've got some good top end talent there. That I got like 4 really, main event level matches. So maybe I'll start filling up the mid card. Maybe I think I will take. Yeah, I'll take him. I'll take Jinder Mahal.
You can have him.
Jinder.
You can have him.
I gotta look at my list and scroll down to find where I have him on my potential. All right.
He made the finals of the tournament for a reason.
Well, I hinder Jinder. So, who you got as your 10th pick? Not sure why I said it like dust there, but who's your 10th pick?
Another guy I think had a pretty good NXT run. I'm gonna pick Xavier Woods.
Yeah. Very good. He would really wet his hair at house shows, and I've definitely been hit by water off his hair at house shows.
Cool. I'm gonna go Alexa Bliss.
Nice.
Makes sense. One of your tag teams, but she's also a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really remember her wrestling as much in NXT as I do her just.
She had a sparkle gimmick. Sparkle.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go for my 10th a tag team here. Kind of not totally short-lived, but I think if you initially don't think of these two together anymore, Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger.
Yeah,
I quite like that tag team. So that's what I'm gonna go with that. Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears, Gavin Spears, second mention tonight.
Definitely wasn't my next pick.
Yeah, them together.
No, Ty Dillinger.
Okay, so I was gonna say I might also screw you somebody up with picking Dillinger's tag team. And again, somebody that kind of like the Usos that was kind of sent down, but had some great takeover moments. I want Natalya.
I was thinking about it, but again, but no. I'm going to go with a person that's kind of maybe a punchline at this point. Main roster run is very up and down, and I don't think he's catching on, but his NXT run initially was fucking great. I wish he stayed with his gimmick. I'm going to go Baron Corbin. I like the lone wolf gimmick. He should have just kept that.
Of course, my favorite Baron Corbin story. They didn't do it often, but for whatever reason, they sold hot dogs one time. So I bought a hot dog from Skinner and Baron Corbin. Brand new. He had never wrestled a single match, but I remember that chest tattoo and at the time he had that wispy hair. which I'm sure was a Vince thing. Just fucking cut it. We're trying to hold on to your hair. Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Hold on.
I'm holding. It's all good. I got you, baby. I got you.
Because I just want to double check. Just want to double check something.
Oh, you gonna snipe a pick that's not on the list?
Maybe because who? Hold on.
I told you to fact check that.
Who is on? Yeah, and now that I'm looking at it, so Scott, are we sure? Are we sure about Dash?
Yes.
Because it's
you also had a chance to do this. Like, it's also not fair if I'm wrong.
Because it's showing them as tag champions towards the end of 2015.
Yeah, 15. The cutoff is January.
No.
Yes.
No, it's including the year of 2015.
I did not do that, so no, it's not.
When
you say 10 to 15, you don't include 15. Just
yes,
like 15 to 20, you would include 15.
No, yes, you would.
No,
then you would just say
then
16
this
to 20.
changes everything.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I told you to look at the list. You had your chance.
I trusted you, but now that I hear what you're saying, that does not make sense at all.
Asked. That makes complete sense. Okay, hold on. Legit. And I do see what Jacob's saying to a degree. Richie, what's your point on that? If you were given this task, would you have stopped at 15, or do you do all of 15?
I feel like 2015 includes any point in that year.
So Richie agrees with me.
No,
I know he didn't. I was trying to lie and hope that Jacob wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I'm paying attention.
You had your chance, man. Like, that's kind of unfair. Like, now you're gonna check it on your turn. Like,
so the revival is available. None of you guys take them this round. I'm taking them with my next pick. You guys have a chance. If it doesn't screw up anything that you're doing, if you want to take the revival with your next pick.
No, but like it doesn't. Me over to me, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm fine. Can I take them? Not even book them then, because that's what I want to do now.
Well, what is your problem?
Because like if they were on the docket, then like that completely changes. Like, I'm not gonna fucking take the Lucha Dragons if I knew they were an option.
Would you like to switch? Because I would not mind having the Lucha Dragons actually. Would you like to take the revival instead of the Lucha Dragons?
Do what you gotta do.
Would you like to do a trade? Would you like to do a trade right now?
I'm being serious, Jordan. If you would like the revival instead of the Lucha Dragons,
I don't want to be that guy.
Because I would. No, because I like the Lucha Dragons and I kind of wanted them.
I do too, just not comparatively. All right, we're good. We're good.
I feel like this happened in the ECW draft too.
Yeah, but I cared less then.
I didn't like them as much.
Because.
All right. Well, you know what? No, we'll save the revival for the 2016 to 20 whatever.
All right. Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
We'll save them.
We'll save them.
I was just confused because I was looking through because I wanted Corey Graves and I forgot who his tag team partner was. And then I was looking. I was like, wait,
who was his tag team partner?
Neville.
Oh yeah.
Now it showed them as tag.
Well, now we know for any future list what you're expecting because I read it wrong.
So yeah. Because I was just confused, like, wait, why would they be tag champs in 2015 but not eligible for this? And then I hear your reasoning, and I was like, okay, well, it's not how I thought of it. So knowing that now, I would have been like, definitely like, oh, who's not here? But despite all that, I will still take Corey Graves.
Good pick.
And I have to find somebody to pair him with. Scott Dawson. And Dash Wilder will run in to save him. Oh, you know what? Give me Alexander Rusev.
Yeah.
Alexander Rusev, and those are my 2 picks.
Ricky.
I didn't see him there. Damn it.
He's under the A's.
Yeah.
Not under the R for Rusev.
Yeah, that's the first name at this point.
Yeah. I feel bad for this guy because his career got cut short, but he had potential. I'm going to go Richie Steamboat.
No, he was kind of high up to a degree for me. Yeah.
Jordan's next pick. I'll take the revival.
You said we could. Let's see here. I will take kind of short-lived, but she has potential. Though I feel like she's in that CM Punk category of like maybe she just can't get along with people. Sophia Cortez, who would become Ivelisse, yes. Oh, it's still me. And then I forget how it works. I want Damian Sandow. Another guy that was actually released once upon a time before this run. Came back, had really interesting. I thought it was really fun as like the, robe wearing, using his microphone as a champagne glass. I dug him. Richard.
All right. Look, I'm got a guy who didn't really do much in NXT, but he's doing a lot of cool stuff now. Give me Steve Cutler. Steve Macklin.
Yeah, he's very low on the totem pole right now, but you can do more with him than they did.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just a jobber at this point. But yeah, he's having. I predict him as champ by the end of the year for Impact. So good pick, Jacob.
No, I could just. This might sound like a stupid question. Okay,
sure.
It might be like a duh. Of course they were. Were Hunico and Camacho a tag team in NXT?
Yeah, you can take that as tag team.
I want that tag team.
Yeah, I have that on my tag team list. I have a tag team list here too.
And
then, Camacho later on became a big New Japan guy.
Yeah, he's rumored to be coming back to the movie too.
And then I'll take another woman. Yeah, give me Carmella.
Carmella off the board. Richard.
By the way, that started round 14.
Right.
All right. Cool. Have you even taken this guy? I know you suggested that you were going to take this guy, but I don't know if you took him yet.
Say it, we'll tell you.
Can I take a day with Tommy?
I took him.
No, he took him.
Oh,
he's been gone since round 8.
Okay, I don't even know if you took him. All right. I'm gonna go CJ Parker.
Nice pick.
Juice Robinson.
Some people agree with
you. Even though Cardman is not a fan, because at this point in time, he's a goddamn hippie. But for me, he's still on the board. I'm gonna take him. He's your tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, if we were doing now draft.
Even then, like he's still a build nice, like jacked up and comer, like
yeah.
So if you kind of look who I picked last round, I think that'd be a good match. So,
after
him, I will take. I will take a man who later on became a little bit more known for dancing. Johnny Curtis.
I was gonna do a makeshift tag team with him.
Oh,
I was gonna pair him up with the guy I'll take.
who you think?
It might have been a fun tag team. I'll let you know if Richie doesn't take him.
Richie, what you got for 15?
I'm going to go with the guy who, had a bit of a kind of a cool comedy kind of gimmick. He was getting over as well. I'm going to go Bull Dempsey.
Okay. Wait, was it comedy?
Oh no, I don't know. It wasn't a comedy gimmick, but he had the like, I'm losing weight. He had the kind of
oh yeah,
bull fit or whatever it was.
That's true. Well, yeah, he's one of those weird characters of like almost like a Heidenreich or a bunch of those where it's like he started off kind of serious, winning in squash matches, and then then they finally like you're kind of fat. That's your gimmick.
Yeah. I noticed that so some people are better serious, some people are better at comedy. I think like Otis is better at comedy. That's why they're probably turning him more into a comedy character now with the Maximum Man ones.
Yeah. I mean, they ran with that Gable gimmick for a while. He's been doing that for a minute, so I think it's also just a matter of like, all right, we've seen the reach that it can go. Let's go back to what we kind of know and love.
So my next two picks were gonna be Johnny Curtis, and I was gonna do a makeshift tag team because I think just these two characters could have been a lot of fun together. I was gonna pair him with Derek Bateman.
I thought you were going to say that because honestly, I was going to have him fight Derek Bateman if I got to my next round.
So now I'm looking Derek Bateman, who
he's a good one. He's another one that like, damn, man, he had potential, and especially on that second run, but even this first run, he had potential.
Yeah, because Derek Bateman just seems like a guy who just wants to have fun. Yeah. You know who else likes to have fun and gets hype?
When you said fun, I thought of him.
Taking Mojo Rawley.
You can have him.
Rawley.
He's annoying.
Honestly, I would have gone to him, so I would have taken him at some point. So I like that pick, man. I think he's a fun undercard guy, man. Like again, I can see he probably reached kind of a limit to a degree. I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
So I honestly thought so. You guys remember when Jinder Mahal won that battle royal to face Randy Orton for the champion? I thought they were giving it to Mojo.
Oh, see, I thought you were talking about the Andre battle royal where Jinder got eliminated via Mojo.
No, not that one.
Yeah,
but so Mojo is mine. Next pick, and we're back to Richie.
Another guy. I think he was brought down there to do some stuff. I think after being the main roster, and the guy I think he didn't reach. Like he had a lot of expectation on him due to it, being a second generation guy. But and I didn't think he reached the heights that he could have. I'm going to go with Curtis Axel.
Nice. Currently backstage, I believe. Yeah.
He has a win over Triple H, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He was a Paul Heyman guy, an IC title run, went to the Punk,
Rybaxel. Who doesn't remember
Rybaxel was a thing. B Team, yeah. Let's see here. My next pick up. Take a man who's still on our televisions. I think he actually should have been in the tag match on Revolution instead of his best friends. Trent Beretta, I will take. The second, hey, has that ever happened? 2 rosters in a row. Syfy and now NXT. I am taking Trent Beretta.
Oh, just wait.
Just you wait. Oh, God. Up next, I don't know if it was injuries or what, but an early champion that had a great look, that Oliver Gray kid, I will take. Don't remember like a shit ton more about him other than he was just like pretty solid and like had a good look.
I debated taking him with Corey Graves because it was like they were both tag champs with Adrian Neville, and I was like, well, if I can't have Adrian Neville, maybe I'll just pair his partners up.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna pick another guy. I think was just brought down to have good match. You made it to the main roster. I think it's just brought down to have good matches. Still working today. appears on Impact sometimes. Got a really different look to what he looked then. I'm gonna go Justin Gabriel, PJ Black.
Not with Impact, but cool.
Huh?
You said with Impact?
Yeah, he made one appearance like maybe a couple months ago. Yeah, he looks very different. He looks very different.
Oh, okay, cool. No, he's a good pick. Another cat that was a lot of fun to watch. Original game show NXT guy.
So at this point, this guy might.
A couple months ago, October. Yeah, October counts, Richie. Sure.
A few months ago, a couple. Anyway, whatever.
A couple plus a couple more plus a couple more equals when he was there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a nerd. Chicka.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take someone who I feel like she just showed up every once in a while. Or at least that's what it feels like.
I know where you're going.
Oh, Blue Pants.
Oh, no, my girl. I should have done it. Why didn't I do it? Oh man.
And then I'm gonna go with the guy who. Where'd he go? Where'd that guy go?
Blue Pants, one of the only unsigned people to have merch. I have that shirt. It's also one of the worst shirts of all time, too, just because it's literally blue pants and a pair of blue pants on a gray ass shirt. Horrible shirt, but I bought it for her because I love Layla.
So I'm pretty sure he was just maybe a jobber at this point, but you can't deny the talents there. Taking Danny Burch.
Yeah, he's one of those ones at this point he's signed and still kind of being a jobber. And then I think he's even at the point where he gets unsigned and then they start bringing him back as a jobber and then like works his way back to a contract. So really good story there. And another one that kind of hurts me because he's actually one of the higher up people where like actually like I had a long conversation with him recently. I should have fucking drafted him. He's a good dude. Finally came back from that knee injury. He really fucked up his knee. He's finally back. So excited to see where he pops up next. Richie.
Yeah. This guy's a bit of a controversial figure these days because like he got fired because of some issues, but he's
Velveteen Dream's not there yet.
Lars Sullivan isn't available.
No, we're not there. We're not there.
Another guy.
Chris Benoit is retired.
Adam Rose, Lee Cougar.
Which one?
Wait, why is he a controversial pick?
Look him up.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. I didn't know this.
Which one?
Yeah, actually, you do have to pick Rose or Kruger. Who do you want?
Leah Kruger.
Oh, you do want Kruger. Nice. I would have done the same thing.
I would have too, actually.
Yeah, because I feel like we saw what Adam Rose can get to, and it was okay. I wonder where Kruger could have gone to.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
There's a great what was it, that Breakthrough show or Breaking Ground where like they basically were like, yeah, we have no faith Kruger's going to get over as the Kruger characters. We got to come up with something else or we're going to fire him.
Yeah.
Also, really fun tale of Corey Graves and his wife, who's no longer his wife. It's Carmella now. Okay, let's see. Another dude who I think again got fired, maybe kind of controversially, but has bounced back and is currently with NWA. I kind of teased Jacob before to make sure he didn't pick him. Kenneth Cameron of the original Ascension. The dude always had a good look. I think he's a good wrestler. Bram was what he would be in Impact for a while.
Okay.
Former wife.
Thomas
Latimer. Husband
Latimer.
of Charlotte, not wife.
He's currently with, I believe he's dating Camille now. And I even worked with him a few months after his release. Did they get married? Cool. I wasn't sure. And wait, do I have one more? I do. I forgot it was me. Yeah, I'm going to take. It's time. It's my son's time. Jake Carter, who was around for a little bit at the beginning. Vader's son. Another guy that I thought had a good look. Maybe they just thought he wasn't up to snuff, or I don't know if it was his decision. Another one that's like kind of like Oliver Gray style. I'm not really sure what happened, but I dug him, so I'm going to take him. Richie.
I'm going to take Tamina Snuka.
Nice.
I like it.
I had her low on my list just because I think I was thinking of her like nowadays. You know what I mean? Like the fact that it's like she barely does much except for like the occasional thing. But at this point, I think I'm actually a really good pick. Jacob.
Yeah.
1920.
I will take Heath Slater.
Nice.
Because he's got kids. I don't know if he's got them at this point. Maybe he has a few less.
He's gonna have kids, so
Yeah.
If he hasn't had them already, I have no idea how old they are either.
And you know what? He's just gonna. He might just show up and call out Batista every day because people say we look alike, and I don't get it. I want Mason Ryan.
So Mason Ryan.
Mason Ryan was a decent, lower card guy.
I peed next to him one time. It was very awkward.
Yeah, especially when there were like 7 other stalls available. That was.
No, I think I told that story where like me and my dad, we drove and we both really had to pee, and we like somehow went into the superstar bathroom. Like we found like an unlocked door that no one was guarding at the time. So my dad is one, oblivious, and 2, doesn't care. He's like, "Go, don't you gotta go?" And I'm like, because they're staring at it. It's Mason Ryan, and I don't remember who else, but just staring at us because they know like we're marks and we're not supposed to be in this particular bathroom. But I was like, "Go!" And I just remember like going and looking at Mason Ryan. He's staring at me and using the urinal. Like, sorry, Mr. Ryan. What are we on? Reggie.
I forget this guy is in NXT for quite a while before he got brought up, and I hope I hope he gets a decent push when his tag team gets broken up. I'm gonna go Angelo Dawkins.
Nice. Definitely would have been something I would have done soon here. It shows you how long that dude's been around too, because again, Montez not an option if anyone's wondering.
Yeah.
Maybe he is. I fucked up on 2015. No, I still don't think he's an option.
No. I won't fact check
it. Which means that that's a whole year I left off. There's probably several options. Again, that will just make our next roster that much better. I'm taking a guy that, again, kind of, I think, still undersung to a degree to this day. Brought down NXT, brought back, released Kurt Hawkins. And then for my penultimate pick here, I'm going to pick somebody who is also in AEW and is related to a WWE star. He's a hunk, Briley Pierce. Richie.
Yeah, because I just looked it up. I was like, just a name off the top of my head. Johnny Gargano would have been available.
Because of 15?
Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa would have been available.
Shut up.
Rhino would have been available.
I know Rhino is because Rhino I looked up.
All right.
Our next roster will just be that much better.
Oh yeah.
Another guy I think had potential. Was sort of brought back down to, work. But yeah, he had potential. Didn't work out for him. He actually made a comeback recently. Almost ended in disaster. I'm gonna go Alex Riley.
I almost picked him, but
did you see? He made a comeback in NWA to try to do a dive, which he never did, and he fucking almost
did, and like a semi-awkward angle that like the barricades were too close to, so it's dangerous on a couple levels, and yeah, it didn't totally work. My buddy Dutch, I think you guys ever done a show about shows, the longer one. He was actually there. Penultimate and ultimate pick, Jacob.
Final 2, yeah. And, I'm torn between either, pairing these 2 up or putting these 2 against each other. My final 2 picks will be Titus O'Neil. And my final pick will be Percy Watson.
Showtime. Percy Watson on the last season of Walking Dead. Actually had a wrestling match. During which I love, because then I was like, oh good, wrestling's gonna survive even the zombie apocalypse, according to this show. I love it. Nice 2 picks. O'Neill's fine. I think Percy's a really good pick actually, because I thought he also too.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. He wasn't a great commentator, but he's a good wrestler. He was fine. He was entertaining.
Richie, your final pick, number 22.
Well, yeah, okay. Jacob picked him in the last draft, and I'll pick him for the last one. Why not? My last pick is Joshi Tatsu.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I almost took him.
I thought that I was going down my list. I was like, who the fuck was on the last draft? Oh, that's right. Yoshi's the one. All right, and I will end with, let's see here. I have the pick of the litter, which is not a big litter anymore. You know what? Just because I wanted a little bit more fast pace in this last match of mine, I'm going to pick the ring announcer of Del Rio as El Local, who actually had a pay-per-view match. I forgot they had him and Kalisto team for a minute, too.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone's wondering, no one picked Elias. You know, at this point, kind of in the Steve Cutler territory of just more or less a jobber. Brodus Clay, Dante Dash, Jay Bronson, Gyro, Nick Rogers. I know maybe several people just went, who are the last four people I just mentioned? Tyler Rex also on the board. Well, I feel no one picked Tyler for ECW either. Sorry, Tyler. Full tag teams, the Colognes, Epico and Primo could have been picked. Sylvester Lafore and Marcus Louis could have been picked. They had like an Enzo Cass feud on pay-per-view or takeovers. And you couldn't pick Revival, but you could have gone with Scott Dawson and Garrett Dillon, who is Blade's Chris Christopherson's son, Jody. For the women, I was very close to picking Caitlyn. Show alumni that did have several matches. Layla had several matches. Two people might not remember anymore because they never made it out of NXT. Audrey Marie, who had like Daisy Dukes, and she was actually on for a little while there. Kaylee Turner, and some people do know Alicia Fox, not picked. Oksana, not picked, and Summer Rae, rightfully not picked. That's the only ones I have left on it.
The WWE legend, Summer Rae.
Yeah.
And
Summer Rae, who was in Phoenix doing autographs, and I went, that's too far. It's about an hour. It's not worth it.
And just to go over the rosters one more time, Jordan has Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Enzo and Cass, the Usos, Bray Wyatt, Drew McIntyre, Lucha Dragons, Sin Cara and Kalisto, Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger, Natalia, Sophia Cortez, Damian Sandow, not the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, Johnny Curtis, Trent Beretta, Oliver Gray, Kenneth Cameron, Jake Carter, Kurt Hawkins, Briley Pierce, and El Local. Richie has Adrian Neville, Charlotte Flair, Finn Balor, Tyler Breeze, Big E Langston, the Vaudevillains of Simon Gotch and Aiden English, Blake and Murphy, Emma, Cassius Ono, Alexa Bliss, Baron Corbin, Richie Steamboat. Richie took Richie. Steve Cutler, CJ Parker, Bull Dempsey, Curtis Axel, Justin Gabriel, Leo Kruger, Tamina Snuka, Angelo Dawkins, Alex Riley, and Yoshi Tatsu. And I have Paige, Becky Lynch, Cesaro, Tyson Kidd, The Ascension, The Wyatt Family, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, Bo Dallas, Hideo Itami, Jinder Mahal, Xavier Woods, Corey Graves, Alexander Rusev, Unico and Camacho, Carmella, Derek Bateman, Mojo Rawley, Blue Pants, Danny Burch, Heath Slater, Mason Ryan, Titus O'Neil, and Percy Watson. So yeah, great rosters. Very curious to see what the cards look like next week.
Yeah. Can you send that through so I remember? This was all I've got.
I'm posting it on my wall and the group page.
I know this was a lot of fun. I like doing these drafts. It seems to be kind of our thing.
I'm kind of down. Like, if we're busy next show or not, but I say pretty soon. I kind of like this. Let's keep riding this wave. I kind of just want to do the next one.
Yeah, just do the next one. Yeah, do the card next time, and then just
on my page though. I am putting NXT 2012 to 2014 draft.
Yeah, in case you go. Oh, actually, why didn't you pick Johnny Gargano?
Well, that's what I thought was. That's what I thought was weird because Kevin Owens.
Again,
he doesn't count.
He would have for sure. He's champion by then. I wasn't doing it.
Well, no, I mean, because even I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, he only had the 2 matches. He definitely doesn't.
Well, then you were thinking what I was thinking then, evidently.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, see, I'm not crazy. Totally, kind of. Yeah, his first televised is December 11th with Parker at our Evolution, and then he has one more draw with Neville in December, and then it's 2015, which means he should have counted, but I didn't have it.
But no, I think not including 2015 just makes the next draft that much better.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's only going to get harder too because now you're getting to the territory of like it's almost like the best indie fed. You know what I mean? Like, and that's going to be hard for me because you're going to have so many people. You mentioned it, Gargano's on the list now, Ciampa's on the list. We're going to have Drew again and like Prime Drew.
Yeah,
we're going to have Alistair. We're going to have Finnegan probably. We're going to have Joe, Samoa Joe,
Austin Aries,
Eric Young, Dillinger again in a different light. Aries, Strong.
The Revival.
Gotta be O'Reilly, right? Yeah. Everybody, man.
Yeah, so you have Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa as singles or as a
that's gonna be interesting too. There's gonna be a couple interesting that's gonna be a good pick too. If you want to do DIY, if you want to do whatever.
Yeah, I think there was a point where NXT had like arguably the best tag team division.
Yeah.
Solid. But yeah, no, this was fun, kind of a shorter episode. Yeah, so we'll be back with our cards. This one's probably going to be a little more difficult than the ECW. I'm just going to throw people together. Honestly, for my ECW one, I had the main event and the opening match set, and then I was like, all right, what can I do with this middle? This one might have a little more thought into it. But yeah, no, this was fun. Jordan, where can the people find you?
Right here. I'm right here, Jacob. On this.
Where else can the people find you?
Oh, besides right now, right here. Over at the Pierce Code channel. If you're watching right now, pretty soon here I'll be having my singles match against Anthony in the tournament here. So wish me luck there. As well as just normal, movie trivia there. We're doing Scream trivia tomorrow night. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's all 8 points. And then Thursday, I'll be seeing Scream. So maybe I'll do a review on my channel too, like after that. And over at the Pierce Wrestling channel, I think Wednesday night, early Wednesday, we're going to have some tournament matches there. I think Steve's fighting T-Fame, I want to say. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I do a lot of things. It's hard to juggle. As well as exclusive wrestling matches, interviews, and then my OnlyFans.
I have one where it's just me drinking a bunch. Call it Only Cans.
Only Cans, baby.
Richie, where else can the people find you?
You can find me, on here. You can find me doing wrestling trivia on Combat Wrestling Trivia on Chris Castro's channel. You can find me doing wrestling trivia on Jordan Owen's channel and maybe trivia on Jordan Owen's channel. Wrestling. You can find me on on this channel doing tournament fights, tier ranker. You can find me on my own podcast to do with my friend Robert Cameron. Talmud streaming. It's about Tubi. We just a episode dropped yesterday on Zombie Apocalypse with Ving Rhames and Taryn Manning. It's basically a Walking Dead ripoff. That was fun to record. Next one recording is a movie called Dead Sexy. We're about a horror comedy where ghosts give women orgasms. So that's gonna be fun. And so check that out. And
right on. And you can catch me here with these guys every time we go live. I was about to say every Thursday, but it's not even Thursday. It's definitely
every days here and there.
Whenever we go live, we'll be here. Yeah, so we'll be back next week sometime. We also have tier ranker tournament fights popping up. Catch the part 2 of the 2014 ladder series tomorrow. I will not be there, but other people will. And then we'll do that championship on Friday. And then you can catch me on Saturday with Austin talking the Rocky franchise with the release of Creed 3. Still got to see it. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to diving into this franchise as a whole. So,
You know what doesn't hold up? Parts of Rocky 1 when Rocky corners Adrian and goes, "You don't gotta kiss me, but I'm gonna kiss you." That's assault, brother. That's assault.
Yeah, he wrote that.
He wrote that, and people champion that script. Rocky's kind of that movie was made today. That's a different movie. That's Promising Young Woman. That's the first scene of Promising Young Woman. Yeah.
Oh man, my times have changed. But again,
vote. Weird.
Oh yeah, this was fun. Yeah, go support these two in all their other endeavors. Make sure you like and share, subscribe, and do all the things YouTube people tell you to do because apparently it helps. And so help us.
Help us.
Help us. Help us help you by helping us.
Yes.
And be good people.